Welcome to the Moments of Grace podcast with host Dr. A. Jerome Butler. And today we're diving into a powerful conversation inspired by the children's story Lil Ed and the Secret Backpack. A reminder that education, character, and resilience can lift any child beyond their circumstances. We are joined by Coach Robert Lewis, a dedicated mentor who has spent years shaping young athletes and guiding them toward excellence on and off the field. Together, we explore how stories, sports, and strong leadership can unlock the greatness inside every child. This is Moments of Grace, where inspiration meets purpose.
This is your host, Dr. A. Jerome Butler, and welcome to A Moment of Grace. So happy that you're here with us on today on Moments of Grace. You know, life comes with some immutable challenges at times. At times, it seems to be just what happens in life. We have ebb and flows. We go up, we go down. And what I believe is what we should do is as we learn, we should bring those experiences and help others to uplift them. It's a shame that sometimes people climb the ladder and then pull the ladder up by them. My guest today is one of those people that not only has climbed the ladder, but he's learned to reach back and pull others up, especially with our young people. And so on the Moments of Grace, we want to welcome Coach Rob with us. He's going to be talking about his book and his character, Lil Ed and the Secret Backpack. So welcome with us, Coach Rob.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Rob, tell us a little bit about yourself, young man.
Well, my name is Robert Lewis. I'm from a little town called Central South Carolina. Been coaching and mentoring for like over 40 years. I started when I was around 12 or whatever, just reaching back for the kids and taking them through the neighborhood and helping older peoples and stuff like that. My passion has always been sports and education, build confidence and character and purpose. That's my passion. You know, that's what led me to create Lil Ed and Secret Backpack. And, you know, me being young, you know, I had a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome and work with, and I didn't really have a group of people to steer me in the right direction. If you follow me.
Got you. Well, Coach Rob, not some of us have our own experiences, and one thing about life is everyone has their own story, has their own experiences. But even though you've had some challenges, what led you to write a book, and tell me a little bit about this book that you've written and why?
I think I took my experiences and then, you know, a couple of times I was just asking for, you know, I wanted to create something. With my experience, I wanted to create something to help the people and help kids. So I took my experiences and other people's experiences and just came up with a book. And I took the name Lil Ed from my friend has an uncle called Ed, and he had a son named Little Buddy. And Little Buddy has passed since, and I took the name Edward and just put Lil Ed on it. So I came up with that character. But it's a story of a bunch of different peoples and me and people going through different things. That's how I came up with the character. And then I wanted the character to be totally different. I didn't want him to look like nobody. I didn't want him to be black or white. I just want people to look at it and be like, wow, this is a different kind of character here. So that's why I came up with the way he looked.
Got you. I think you have a copy of the book. Can you show that to us real quick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so as you guys can see, Lil Ed kind of looks a little odd. Share with us why your character he seems to be hairy, and
Yeah,
as I'm looking at him, I've seen the cover before, and the book. He looks like he might be a monkey or something.
right,
So share with us the why in that, please.
right. Well, what I want to do is make him look different. I want him to be, you know how they say monkeys are very smart and dolphins are very smart, but one is something that was similar. Some of us look like monkeys ourselves. So, but I wanted him to look different. I wanted him to be, hairy like. And I gave him once you read the book, I gave him a disease called hairy,dosis, and he came out. I wanted to be small. He came out small and very frail and real hairy. And I wanted him to be like that because I want people to look at him. My whole thing is like we're so into Chanel and Nikes and things like that. I wanted people to read the book and understand the character, not what he looked like. Most of the people, well, all the people that I talked to that and read the book, love the book. For some reason, older people can relate to it because they've been through a lot of different things, and they relate to the character. And they love Lil Ed. They love
Okay.
Lil Ed. You know,
Got you. Well, he is definitely an inspirational character, and I'm thankful to have met you. I actually met you through my mother-in-law,
right,
Miss Betty Brazil, and I think she was connected with your sister.
sister. Yeah,
And
right.
talking about the books that we've written, thought we may have some like-mindedness, and after we had an opportunity to meet, I think that was true. I don't know how you felt about it, but I
Oh
felt
yeah.
it was a blessed meeting. So
Oh, it
yeah,
definitely was a blessed meeting.
yeah,
I was very humble and thankful and grateful for that meeting. I was so honored that you reached out.
most definitely, most definitely. Well, your character, like I said, it definitely sticks out, and I don't think anyone will forget the character. Share with me, because there's two dynamics to Lil Ed. Of course, we have the character, but you also have a secret backpack. And so share share with us how I can understand maybe Lil Ed, and you've been in sports and being a coach. But how did a secret backpack, and what is this backpack? Is it magic? Is it analogy for something? What is the secret backpack?
Subliminal, like your life, when you go through life, you pick up certain things from certain people, from the neighborhood, from your parents and stuff like that, and you put it within your brain and you carry it around. So I put it as what's in your backpack. So what you want to do, you want to grab the positive things and put in your backpack. And so people can't see what's in your backpack. But so the positive things, when you do pull it out, they don't see it, but they see what you have within you. And that's the thing, just being able to pull on things that's positive. Because now we put a lot of things in our backpack that's negative.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, I want them to come and I want them to understand that, along your travels, put things in your backpack that's positive. What's in
Gotcha.
your backpack?
Got you. And that is a good thought process, my brother, because like you said, there's so much negativity goes on in the world, and that stuff sticks to us. I guess that would be psychologically our backpack, the things that stick to us. But you want to have some positive things. So
Right.
now, does Ed have some? What are some positive things that Ed might have in his backpack that you're trying to convey to our young people?
Justice, stand up for justice,
Mhm.
love people, be nice is the one thing. Be nice. He has support. Um, what else? Confidence. He has. He know how to overcome things. He get nervous sometimes, but he know how to stand in there and fight. Not physical fight,
Right.
but he know how to stand in there and deal with it, come. You know, his mom, in the book, his mom, he was going through things. His mom whispered in his ear and told him, heart over height. No
Right.
matter how big the problem is, your heart is always bigger.
That's right.
You know, so that's one of the biggest things in the backpack, heart over height. And that's what he reach and pull out of the backpack.
Got you. Well, Coach Rob, we're going to take a little small break, and when we come back, I want to transition a little bit because you know you and I have talked, and I want to see how Lil Ed influenced you, or you influenced Lil Ed. You know how maybe your life and his life contrast together as we move forward. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. This is Coach, excuse me. I said, Coach, I've been doing, I've been doing, coaching at our business for so long with Trade Academy Pro, but this is Dr. A. Jerome Butler, and this is the Moments of Grace. We'll be right back after these messages. And again, we are with Coach Rob, and he's talking about his book, Lil Ed and the Secret Backpack, and we'll be right back after these messages.
The news keeps telling us the same story. Inflation is rising, gas prices are climbing, groceries cost more every week, and for many families it feels almost impossible to get ahead. But what if the problem isn't just the economy? What if it's the lack of strategy? That's where the Trade Academy Pro team steps in. We bring clarity, direction, and a proven financial decoder to the questions people are asking every single day. This is more than a workshop. This is an economic reset designed to shift mindsets, unlock purpose, and equip your organization with the tools needed to thrive in today's changing financial landscape. Our team breaks down the financial mindset and purpose required for wealth building, the fundamentals of investing, how to begin with as little as $5, and the pathways to property ownership, business scalability, and future-ready career development. If your organization is ready to move from confusion to clarity, from pressure to purpose, and from survival to strategy, Trade Academy Pro is ready to partner with you. This is your moment to empower your people, strengthen your community, and ignite a new economic era. Bring the Trade Academy Pro team to your organization and watch transformation begin.
The latest book by Dr. A. Jerome Butler is here. Queen or Concubine: Being Worthy of Your Crown is one of the best books written by this prolific author and teacher. Dr. Tabitha Russell, CEO and founder of Inside Inspired Women Global, home of the Breakthrough Millionaires Academy, said, Dr. Butler's unique perspective on this issue is both enlightening and thought-provoking. He empowers women to strive for their purpose, to be queens rather than concubines. And Dr. Janet Bishop Nesbitt, certified life, wellness, grief coach, educator, speaker, and veteran, said about this book, God engineered you to be a masterpiece, to be phenomenal, and to be a queen. This book reveals biblically sound principles and other references that will unleash the greatness God has planted inside of you, equipping you with God's word to encourage and strengthen you along the way, to be worthy of your crown. You can order this life-changing book at www.drajrbutler.com. Again, you can order this life-changing book at www.drajrbutler.com. And remember, you are truly worthy of your crown.
In every community, there are people standing at a crossroads, ready for change, but needing someone to believe in them. The Grace Project steps into that moment with dignity, structure, and hope. For homeless veterans rebuilding their lives, for unhoused families seeking stability, for young adults learning financial confidence, we provide more than housing. We provide a pathway through mentorship, life skills training, financial literacy, and compassionate accountability. The Grace Project helps individuals rediscover purpose and reclaim their future. Every success story begins with one act of grace. And together, we're building stronger homes, stronger families, and stronger communities, one life at a time. The Grace Project, restoring hope. You can be a part of this divine effort by donating or volunteering. You can also fill out an application at www.graceprojecthomes.com. Assist us in rebuilding lives, renewing communities, one house at a time through the grace of God.
Messages. And we're back. And as you can see by our ads, The Grace Project is where my family, myself, our board of directors, we build and remodel homes for, first of all, our homeless veterans, also homeless families or unhoused families, and then low to moderate income. For those that have partnered with us, we appreciate you. We really, really do. We don't take it lightly that you are a blessing to the poor. There's so many people out here in the world that are just caught up with themselves and what they're doing. They don't give back. And so we thank you for being a partner. And if you haven't become a partner with us, we ask you to go on and go on the website, and that's www.graceproject.info. Again, www.graceproject.info. And you can volunteer. Now, you can, maybe you want to give some sweat equity. You don't have a lot of money in your pocket, don't know how to donate, may not have anything to donate, but you may want to use some sweat equity. We're planning on being in every state in the union, all 50 states in the union, continental U.S. We hadn't figured out how we're going to get to Hawaii yet, and also to Alaska, but in continental U.S., those 48 states, we're planning on being in all 48 states. In some way, somehow, I feel God to get us to Hawaii and also to Alaska. But in the meantime, in between time, let me thank you in advance for being a giver, a donator, and also for having the heart of Christ. And so we're back with our guest, Coach Rob, who has written a children's book, Lil Ed and the Secret Backpack. Welcome back, Coach Rob.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit, Coach. You mentioned on the first half that some of Lil Ed's life kind of reflect yours. Share with us how, because you're a pretty big guy. You're kind of like I am. We're big burly guys. Probably played football. I know you boxed and sparred some things like that. So how could this little bitty character, Coach Lil Ed, transition or be connected with Coach Rob's story?
I was small in the beginning.
Okay.
I played quarterback for a smaller team, and my coach wanted me to come up to the midgets. We call it the midgets, to run that team. And I was small, so one day he brought me up and let me run the team, and told me this is gonna be your team next year. So I had to get bigger. So I came home that night and I ate like crazy, man. And I couldn't hardly breathe. And I told my mom. She was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I told her, and she was so upset with the coach that she went to him and just got all on him. And then he told her, "No, Miss Lewis, he got to be ready for next year." I said, right. Then she got on me.
Right.
So, but that, and then, like having a learning ability, a little disability, learning wise, trying to learn and educate yourself like that was a problem for me. But I overcame that, just being small and, being in a neighborhood where people picked at me for my skin color. I had more people against me in my own neighborhood, especially the older people, the older light-skinned people. Oof, they didn't like me. And didn't want me to be around so many kids. But it was okay. I mean, I heard, and I was like, I used to go in the back of my grandma's house and cry like a baby because I was trying to figure out God. I look at the walls and there's nothing but white people on the walls and white people on the TV. And, I'm in school, white teachers. And I'm just like, why did you make me this color? I'm at a disadvantage. I'm never going to be able to catch up, and one day it just came to me, and I was just, for some reason, I just got happy because I was one of my buddies. I went to his house and he asked me, I had come to get him. And his mom told me he was not there. And, and then when I thought I was going to leave, but I stood on the side of the porch, and he came and asked, "Mom, who's that?" She told me, "I told you about hanging around that black ass boy. He not going to be nothing. And he not this."
And I want to watch your language a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a family-friendly show.
I'm so sorry. Got that. I told you about hanging around that black boy. So you got to quit, hanging around him. So I left. I was just so upset about it. But then once I walked up the road, I started smiling. He came running and called me and, hey, where we going? I'm going uptown, get me some cookies. But from there, man, my skin got tough.
There you go.
And then like people in the neighborhood, I always tell you, boy, you got to have tough skin. Boy, you got to have tough skin. You got to have, and that's it. You got to have tough skin, and that's the same thing with Lil Ed. Even though you look different, but you're not different.
Gotcha.
Everybody's going through problems, and everybody got to overcome them problems. Right. So that's what you have to do. And his mom and his dad, support him. He got the Dream Squad to support him. He got a good support system, which we don't have that in our neighborhoods. We don't even have that with our parents. If we want to do something, our parents, not all of us, I'm going to say all of us, but a lot of us don't. Where I come from, we didn't have that. If we wanted to do something, it was already frowned on because we weren't doing what they wanted us to do, be like them, so it's frowned on. So all of that, you got to overcome and understand that. And sometimes it's rough with the kids, and then the kids don't get no help, and they become adults, the same problems.
Right.
I think that's why some of the adults reading the book. I have a lady now, I think she's 72, reading the book. Mm-hmm. She loves it, and there's a lot of things that comes up in her life that happened way back when that she addressing now, and she want to address them now. She's 72.
Right.
But it's good that she's able to address them and want to address them.
Gotcha. Well, it's that whole colorism thing, and I pray and hope that it's dying out. It really needs to die out. I went through some of that with an aunt of mine used to call me Cheetah back in the day from the little monkey with Tarzan. And so she helped me to develop some thick skin. I hold no animosity,
right?
Because again, in the real world, I was in a lunch the other day, and this brother, he kept talking about woke, and I said, "You mean black?" He said, "No, I don't mean black." Yeah, that's what you meant. Yeah, so it's the new N word, and so I make no bones about it that it is disparaging. It's ugly, but the reality is, God has made us the way we are, and he and I don't care who you are, he's poured into you every ability that you need to get the purpose that he placed in you to get it done. And so same thing with you, myself, and even with this character. So now I'm gonna cheat a little bit because we've been talking with some people that are trying to do some moving and shaking on you and Lil Ed's behalf. Where is, I know you're trying to get into school systems with the curriculum and all that. Where are you at with that right now, Coach?
Well, I just sent in my paperwork for one school. We're gonna start with one school. I'm waiting on them. Sometime it take a week. Sometime because I'm in the foster care system, so depends on if it gets stuck in the shuffle, it might take a month or two for you to get. But I done got all my paperwork done. I'm waiting to get into schools. I'm waiting for my paperwork to get back. They got an event on the 29th that they want me to attend, but
good.
I'll attend it if my paperwork is back. If not, I won't be able to attend it.
Okay. Well, you can't attend because it's not back, or you can't attend because okay, got you.
You got to have before you
invitation.
Deal with the kids, but no, I got the invitation. But
okay.
Before you deal with the kids, you got to go through a background check.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm waiting on now. So I sent that in Monday. Okay. I hadn't heard nothing yet.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at some positive things. I know we've talked with some people that's connected with some legislators in the state that we're in. And so we're expecting to see Lil Ed's face in the classrooms, preferably, and teaching some positivity to some young people, and maybe some positivity to some adults through Ed's secret backpack, because I can think of some adults that really need some as well.
Right.
With all that you have going on, Coach Rob, share with me, the what you see Lil Ed's story doing for the young people that come in contact with this book and with this curriculum.
I think this Lil Ed will bring kids together, because once they like Lil Ed, they're going to follow what he do. I think they'll, I got something that's called a Dream Squad in community. So August the 15th, I'm having something up here in Seneca where I'm inviting kids and their parents to come to be a part of the Dream Squad. And then we're going to raise money, have a car wash. We're going to raise money to for them to buy their own book. So we're not going to allow them to think that they can get free stuff. You're going to have to always earn things.
Good idea.
Yeah, so that we're doing that. And then
give us those dates again and where that's going to be at.
August the 15th.
Of 2026.
Right.
Oh, and, wonderful. Okay.
Seneca Library in
Seneca, South Carolina.
Right. Seneca, South Carolina.
Yeah. The only reason I'm pressing that, Coach, is because we are worldwide, and I want to make sure people got the right state. You know, there's Seneca, there's Seneca all over the place. Right. And also people will go back and look at this years from now and think it's next month, you know. Right. So I want to make sure people know this 2026 when we record this, and we are talking about Seneca, South Carolina. Nice little small town right there next to Clemson. I think a lot of people know Clemson because of the football team. Right. But Coach Rob is going to help Seneca get on the map. So it won't be a little town long. So.
Right. So, that, you know, and then he'll be able to reach out to some of the kids that feel different. You know what I mean? That's the main thing, because there's so many of us feel different. We don't know how to talk to them, get help for that.
Right.
You know? So once they start reading and start feeling, I start going to the schools and we start doing certain things, you know, bring their character out and stuff, let them know it's okay. And then, you know, they'll be all right. You know, I think every kid needs somebody. Every kid got it in them, but you need someone to just say, okay,
encourage them. Yeah.
Just try to figure out a way to bring it out.
That's right. Well, now you mentioned the Dream Squad, but you also have Lil Ed has a squad in his book as well.
The Dream Squad.
Yeah, the Dream Squad. So tell me their purpose and how they end up connecting with Lil Ed and what are they trying to convey?
Lil Ed was he wanted to play soccer. He saw these guys wanted to play so bad. And so he had a little friend named Lil C's. So he watched Lil C's and he was good. And so he wanted to play. He never really couldn't play that good. But then Lil C's told him, let's get together. He took him the next day. They went to this park, this area where different kids was together. And, you know, Lil C's knew the kids, and then Lil Ed met them and stuff. And so they became tight and they became together every day, and they became the Dream Squad. And so they meditate together, they study together, they play together, they support each other on everything. You know, they're always together. And I think, and it's like, man, we got to have some kind of support.
There you go.
A lot of us fall through the cracks because we don't have no support. Right. You know, support can come from money. Support can come from just being there, telling them this and telling them that and pointing them in the right direction. Or when they decide to go off the wrong road, you know, you pull that out of their backpack. Hey, look at this right here. We can't do it like this, you know.
Something positive.
So,
Right, right. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, all this is good stuff, Coach. And but I did have one other thing I wanted to ask you about. I know you know, when you shared with me, there's a famous boxer that you helped to train. Share with us about that experience, please.
Which one, Mike?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Well, I trained Mike Tyson. And Mike and Holyfield,
and I ain't trying to. I'm not. I am and am not trying to name drop.
But yeah, I trained Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Pernell Whitaker, the three of the most dominant guys in our era
generation. Right.
So so I trained them guys, and you know that was all different. But one thing about them guys, they work hard. And I tell you, like, I didn't train a lot of different people, but the top tier, them three, animals. Gotcha. Once they start working, then you'll see why they so
dominant,
successful.
Right.
You know, because we like to put in work. We might work 2 days and we think we did something. Like I tell people, it's like when you work on a 40 hour week system, they're going to pay you for 40 hours. They're not going to pay you for 35. They're not going to pay you for 42.
Right.
What I mean by that, you got to put the time in.
Correct.
When you put the time in, it's just a universal code that come back to you, and they give you what you deserve because you put in the time.
Right.
And them guys put in the time.
Gotcha.
You know, I seen that with my own eyes, and I worked with them with my own eyes, and they get it. I mean, Pernell Whitaker, man, he would go out at night and come in early in the morning and still outwork everybody.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
He had it in him.
There you go. There you go.
So
there's something in you that has to transition from normal to extreme almost.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Know,
and you got to have that ticket. You have that light come on.
Yeah, but also, Coach, we have especially a culture that has become so so computer literate,
right?
That we have become physically illiterate.
Right.
We don't eat right, we don't exercise right, we don't do those things. And you mentioned soccer. Soccer is wow. Soccer has one of the other than, and surprisingly enough, even more than a runner, boxing, boxers, swimmers, and soccer have from my studies, have the highest level of stamina than any other sport. And so why did you choose soccer for Lil Ed of all things? And, I know soccer is becoming very popular in America. It's already very popular with some of our audience in Europe. And because believe it or not, this is going to blow your mind. The highest, the highest level of people that consume our content is out of England and Australia. Believe it or not. So it hadn't been to Australia. I had never been to Australia, but I hadn't been to England, and it's been close to 30 years. But I'm just surprised at the content that's being consumed that we put out. And to our Australian and English audience, hey guys, we appreciate you. But here in America, we have we've fallen off of that place of excellence and that hard work. And so knowing that soccer is, or football as it's called worldwide, is popularized in these other countries, and in the last 20 years, it's really been moving at mega warp speed to become, at fifth or sixth sports here in America. But you had baseball you could have chosen, you had track, you had football that you could have chosen. Why soccer?
We already in the football and basketball. Basketball. So my thing was, I told people 25, 30 years ago that soccer was going to be big. Soccer was coming.
Yeah.
And they just laughed at me and stuff, but it's here now.
Right.
It was coming. So I wanted to pick something that was a little behind per se in America.
Gotcha.
But I wanted people to be able to, little girls can do this. It's not a big, they can play basketball too.
That's right.
But little girls could play soccer and like soccer, And so that's why I wanted to pick it. It's a little different, and it might make other kids from our neighborhood want to do it a little bit more. Because like I told them, that if we was to really get into it, it would be nice. Mm-hmm. But we so used to having the basketball and the football in our neighborhood. Right. But if we had some soccer fields, because we fast and we can jump, we can just all of that, and we could take advantage of that, Right. But that's why I came out with Lil Ed, and hope a lot of the kids, from lower neighborhoods, lower class neighborhoods, geared towards soccer. It's a phenomenal sport.
Got you. Well, Coach, it has been a pleasure having you here on Moments of Grace podcast. Tell people how they can buy your book, and if you don't mind, please.
We on Amazon.com, and we on booksby.com. We on
Amazon, okay.
Amazon and booksby.com.
Right. And you'll see the guys as you see the as you see where you can buy the book on screen. please support him. Please support him. We bring authors on that we believe in, and people on that we believe in the projects that they're doing. If not, they wouldn't be on Moments of Grace. They wouldn't have, connect with our content. We don't do a lot of podcasts a year, or I know some people do them every day. We don't do that. We deal more with quality than we do with than quantity. And so if we bring somebody on, we believe in the project that they're doing, their passion and their heart. And I believe in this young man. Coach Rob his track record of being a coach, of also being a stand-up man, and I believe in the message that he's trying to convey. And like I said, you can see it on the screen, but Coach, for those people that can't read, tell them where they can get your book one more time.
Amazon.com and booksby.com.
Amazon.com and booksby.com. And you can see that on the screen, guys. And so we just want to thank you, Coach Rob, for being here with us on Moments of Grace. And so what's next for you there, my friend?
First of all, I'd like to say I'm honored and I really appreciate it, man. And when we met, it was like I told you when we were sitting down eating, it was amazing. I appreciate you so much. You don't know it because you don't really meet many people like you and Dr. Rush. Trust me, I haven't, but thank you for that. And right now we waiting on a custom costume for Lil Ed.
Okay.
And I can do some drop things like in drop stores, like whatever, like at Walmart, dropping at Walmart or Target or anywhere I want. I'll have Lil Ed with me, and kids can take pictures with him. They can buy the book. I'll give out bookmarks,
Right.
And I think by him being a character, it's going to bring so many kids to us. Mm-hmm. So many kids, along with the curriculum in the schools. They'll know who he is. And then if they don't know who he is, they will know who he is.
There you go.
We waiting on that. I should get some information today or tomorrow about because they're drawing it up now. So
okay. Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. Well, that is so good, my dear friend. We are so happy to have had you on with us, for you to share not just your story, but this project that you're doing. You're not just pushing a book. You're pushing a positive lifestyle, and that's what we need in America right now. That's what we need in our communities. So, thank you so much for being with us here on Moments of Grace.
Thank you.
As you can see, we had been talking with Coach Rob and his book, Lil Ed and the Secret Backpack. Dear hearts, we all need, as Coach Rob said, we all need to start putting things in our backpack that are positive. So many times we have things that are negative, those things that weigh us down, those things that come up with sound, smell, that are in our psychology, that are in our pneuma, within our minds, that we pull up. But I want to challenge you not only to get Coach Rob's book for your young people, get Coach Rob's mindset for yourself. Positivity and hard work still works. It still helps you with the place of success that you're trying to go. And I truly believe that you can do it. I don't think there's anything that can stop you other than yourself. My motto is success is on purpose, but so is failure. And so I don't know anyone listening to this show, anyone I'm connected to, that's a failure, because you're all successful because you're willing to push through the obstacles that's in your way. Well, my time is up with you. Thank you so much for being here with us on Moments of Grace. We look forward to seeing you again on next time. And as I always say, remember to love God, love life, and keep your light on. We'll see you next time, right back here on Moments of Grace podcast. Have a good day.